I wanna take you for a ride.
We all have the ability to start a crowdfunding campaign, the ability to make a video and share our brilliant idea to the world. And although sometimes that works out pretty great, other times not so much. And today we're going to the movies. Yep, that's it. You're all invited and it's a great grindhouse-like 5-movie long experience. 5 for the price of 1. And best of all 5 of these movies were created by, oh god, crowdfunding campaigns. Yep, instead of sitting down and watching one of the newest blockbusters or even one of your favourites, plug, I'm going to be looking at what happens when you potential backers put some money down to help other people to create, or in this case not create, a movie. As you can imagine, creating a movie is bloody hard. A lot of the work and money goes into something that lasts only an hour or so, and almost all of the time is completely forgotten about as it sits on a disc in a little plastic case waiting for the day for you to sell it for pennies when a new medium is released. I've personally backed projects myself of this nature and the turnout has actually been, well, pretty good. But then again, I wasn't trying to back stuff like the removal of the rat at the end of the Departed movie, which obviously got taken down, or the one that wanted to make an entire movie based on that fake movie from Home Alone.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yeah, that's actually not bad advice. So let's get right on with it. Hey there guys, I'm DJ Slope from Slope's Game Room, and this is 5 rotten Kickstarter movie failures. So here we are, Hardcore. Some of you may already know about this one as, yep, it's on bloody Netflix and Prime with the slightly longer title, Hardcore Henry, and what you got is a pretty damn impressive action movie entirely set in a first-person perspective. It has plenty of good reviews for the kind of movie it's making, and if you have seen it, you will be surprised to hear that it actually started off as an Indiegogo project. Well, kind of. Actually, the film was already finished when the campaign went live. All they needed now was to finish off the post-production and to hopefully do it in a way that keeps the film very much within the original team's creative control. And thankfully, the campaign was a success. Not only financially, gaining $254,954, but also, and more importantly, the movie is finished, and depending on your region, like I said, it is available on Netflix and Prime. The only problem is the campaign. The movie was released back in 2005 in a fully completed state, and if you was one of the 2,078 people that backed it, you don't have a copy yet. On top of that, all of the people out there that backed it get t-shirts, scripts, stickers, mugs, Blu-rays, posters, and God knows whatever else. You're out of luck. The movie had some serious money injected into it, not just in this post-production, but during the development too. Heck, it even starred bloody Sholto Copley from the incredible District 9 and Chappie movies. But hey, like I said, if you want to watch it, you can, just not if you actually helped get it made, of course. Okay, so this is one of those campaigns that's pretty cut and dry. This is Danielle Coleman. She launched the Kickstarter for her film Red back on June the 4th, 2012, and she asked for $50,000. It failed, and a few days later, she tried again. This time asking for half the money, and for the most part, using the exact same material as the first. It didn't gain as much, but it still managed to pass its $25,000 goal when 171 backers got it to $28,075. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but the editing of this video in no way makes me want to pledge to someone making a movie. It's absolutely awful. But the big draw here was that the movie would feature James Russell, star of the short film 476 AD, which was apparently a bit of a festival hit, Claudia Christian, who not only voiced a crazy amount of video games such as Diablo 3, Darksiders 2, Halo 4 and Guild Wars 2 and plenty more, as well as being Susan in Babylon 5, and finally the big draw, especially for the time, was actress Jodelle Furlan, who played Bree in Twilight Eclipse, as well as being in plenty of other movies too. This was enough to fund the new age, slightly Red Riding Hood themed title that, although showed almost nothing besides a few arty pictures, I suppose isn't too bad of an idea. So, I ask again, what went wrong? Well, yet again, Danielle was stupidly active during the campaign and basically buggered off when it finished. I'm not saying she didn't do anything. She often stated that she needed even more money from investors, and I'm sure she tried. She even states that posting on this sort of stuff doesn't lend itself well to frequent updates. But isn't that why we pledged to discover the behind the scenes nature of creating and funding of a movie? Well, regardless, not much else is really here at all. The Facebook page for the movie has been deleted and almost all mention of Red has completely vanished. In her only update, she explains that the money hasn't been spent, but instead it's just sitting in an account somewhere, and if anybody tries to contact her for updates, she either completely ignores them or claims harassment. And one of the things she was working on during all of this was the Courtier comic Kickstarter, which she was a writer on, under a different Kickstarter account of course, which obviously wasn't going to hit its goal and therefore was cancelled before it failed. So yeah, like I said, nothing much here, because even though she is still very active on social media, she is refusing to talk about the project. And when that happens, as you would expect, people start to think, yep, it's a scam. It's time to break your silence, Danielle. Yes, you read that correctly. I have absolutely no idea what the hell this guy was thinking, and yes, it has obviously been taken down after Miramax got involved and sent in a cease and desist. This is now all you see when you go to the Kickstarter page. However, as insane as the project is, it's still worth looking at, right? Yeah, let's see what he's got. So this guy has literally made one of the weirdest campaign videos going, as it jumps all over the place talking about rewrites and storyboarding until he eventually shows off parts of the script and explains just how much he needs.
I wrote a screenplay and a producer asked me to design a storyboard, so I made this.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I freaking love Pulp Fiction. In fact, it's literally my favourite movie of all time. But a sequel? No thanks. Some movies are just best left alone. But still, this guy, as far as I can tell, has put some serious time and energy into this project, rewriting and redrawing in pretty damn high quality the storyboard for the entire thing. But like I said, the whole thing gets even weirder when right at the end of the video he asks you to donate whatever you can to the project. In fact, some of those amounts are actually quite ridiculous.
You can buy the storyboard I'll be using through all the shooting, with all the notes I will have taken on it. $2 million. I'm realistic, so I believe in miracles. Let's be honest, if you buy this, you're fucking rich. Don't buy it if you only have $2 million in your bank account, it would be a bad investment.
Other than that, he asks you that if you don't have the money to not only share the project, but the video below too.
Or watch and share the video at the link below. You could be the miracle I need.
And when you look at that video, he goes back on everything he said numerous times in the campaign video and actually says that the script is stolen from Tarantino himself, as he claims he was an extra on the film Django Unchained, who's very angry at Quentin Tarantino for calling him the Frog due to his French accent. He even shouts back at one of the commenters saying, "Nobody disrespect me, even a f***ing star from Hollywood. Karma gave me my revenge. I'm sure this video will become viral and the f***er will apologize. What do you think?"
Quentin Tarantino, f***er. Do you remember me, asshole? I'm the extra from the set of Django Unchained you called The Frog, because of my French accent. I'm off since a long time, and I was looking for my revenge when I met Rodriguez, the guy who cleaned your apartment in Paris. He found your Pulp Fiction 2 storyboard on your computer. I stole his key. Ta-da! That's what you call karma, bitch! Now the entire world can watch your storyboard online at www.pulpfiction2.com.
It's really, really strange, and honestly, I don't really understand what the hell is going on here. But all I do know is that if you go to www.pulpfiction2.com, you can actually now download his entire storyboard for free. You hear that, Tarantino? Stop working on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Go get Pulp Fiction 2. Actually, please don't do that. Don't. Who out there are Mighty Morphin Power Ranger fans? Yeah, come on. With over 100,000 subscribers now, I am sure there is a nice little chunk of you out there that remember how incredibly popular the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series was. For me, I was slightly too old to get fully hooked back in the day, but I still watched my fair share as well as the movie. Not this one, although I have actually heard pretty good things about this film. Thankfully for fans of the classic show, Kickstarter provided, as it always does with a fan film of the project titled MMPR. It needed $18,500 to turn this rather impressive looking teaser showing off Lord Zed into a full fan film series. The goal was smashed at $41,907 by 478 backers, and that was back on June 29th of 2013, with an expected release date of January the following year. Updates started to fizzle out a little after this, as expected, with a few again very well made clips being teased, and on January 31st, 2015, the final ever update was given to backers, which is now gone. And finally, one last clip was uploaded to the YouTube account, which yet again looks pretty well shot on February 27th, 2015. Turns out that this guy was right. The Power Rangers movie has already come out and has already started to show up at bargain bin prices. So, what happened? Well, obviously, especially with something like this, with a lot of hardcore fans, as you would expect, the fans went wild, claiming that over $40,000 was scammed and stolen. And to be fair, they have every right to feel that way, as it's been approximately 4 years without a proper update. Thankfully, some of those angry fans actually started to investigate and interview people that were hired to shoot and act in the movie. The surprising thing is that the movie was actually shot. But where is it now? You see, this is the big problem. If a project really does take this long to come out and the campaign owners had actually updated fans with reasons and what was actually going on, speculation wouldn't go crazy. They are obviously fans themselves, but when you go quiet after, it makes you look like a scumbag. Sure, fans may jump to conclusions, but they have every right to when you give them absolutely nothing. The long and short of it is that the movie, even though it has been shot and edited, post-production is very much still needed to be done, and you guessed it, the $41,000 has been spent with the two main guys who are obviously very talented, working on bigger, genuine paid projects and doing this in their spare time, aka probably not at all. Yep, it's as simple as that. This is a non-profit film, and these guys are going to get nothing besides good publicity when it is finished, although that is unlikely now due to the thousands of fans that are against them, most of which never even backed the project in the first place. And that's the problem with these non-profit fan projects. Whether it be gaming or movies, attempting to make something as big as the big studios pump out with little or no money, sadly the truth is, more often than not, they're just not gonna succeed. As time moves on, interest moves on, and lives move on, and it seems that the guys behind this have almost completely given up, which sadly just isn't on. It takes little to no time to sit down and update the people that backed you and simmer down the crazy amount of hatred that you've built up, but who knows? Perhaps you left it too long, and if so, this is all your fault. Lewis and Dominic, you've screwed it up, guys. May the power protect you. Back in 2014, a YouTube channel by the name of FND Films created an Indiegogo campaign to create a movie.
Hey, I'm Aaron.
I'm Vinny.
And I'm Cooper.
And we're F&D Films. And we've got something to ask you.
Can we have some fucking money?
For those that don't know, the channel is very much a comedy, almost vloggy-like channel, with these three guys being the face. You got skits, comedy sketches, and everything in between. Not 100% my thing, but I can see why people would support them. They seem like pretty decent blokes. The worrying thing about all of this, however, was that other than the fact that it would be an action comedy, nothing much was actually given away regarding what the film would be about. However, with the slickly made video in hand and the fan base very much already in place, they did indeed manage to pull in the $75,000 needed to create the mysterious movie called It's All Good. The channel was still getting updated a fair bit, and the Indiegogo campaign was too. That was until October 23rd when they hit their goal, and one update followed about a month or so later. Then it was silence. No update and drastically less videos being made on the YouTube channel too. Now, this sort of thing happens a lot. Lots of buzz whilst the funding is active and almost radio silence after. But the difference is, these three lads were all very much active social media goers up to this point, and even their Instagram had gone pretty much quiet too, besides the odd alcoholic picture binge, of course. So, what the hell happened? Did these three guys seriously run away with $77,915 from 604 backers? Well, it definitely seems that way.
Hey everybody, back in 2014, we asked for your help in raising $75,000 for our first feature film. It was a success, we hit our goal and then some, and we are so grateful to everybody who donated. It means a lot to us. Which is why I'm so sorry to announce that due to complications and things beyond our control, the movie can no longer be completed. We can't make it happen. We're very sorry. We know a lot of people were really excited about this. We were too. I guess all we can ask is that, you stick with us for what we have planned in the future. And again, we're so sorry.
Yep, on September 13th, 2016, after getting numerous threats and anger sent their way, going as far as death threats too, the silence was broken, but not a lot was actually explained about where the money went. Well, only 1 week later or so, this dropped.
What the fuck happened, D? It's a bunch of bullshit.
Like, what did you even do with all that money?
Where the f*** is this film?
Turns out the whole thing was a 2-year marketing stunt. A very dangerous marketing stunt that actually paid off quite nicely. Did they make the movie? Yes, they did. And it was about 3 guys who took the money and run. So, is it a scam? No, not at all, but for 2 whole years they purposely made it look like that, and the comment section is full of seriously pissed off backers that had no idea what was going on. If you ask me, being able to pull all of this off is bloody impressive, especially considering for 2 whole years nobody leaked about the hidden movie being made. Obviously fans of the channel, it seems, would like this perfect extension of what that is, and that's why for the first time ever for this show, the top spot was actually not a scam at all, but instead quite the success about a failure. But the actual campaign was a hit. It was a movie about a failure. Not the campaign being a failure, the movie being about the failure. The campaign was a hit. Hey there guys, thanks for checking out the video. Firstly, I want to give a big special shout out to this video's sponsor, Player One Clothing, the best place to go for all of your movie or gaming related t-shirts and caps. Go and check out www.playeroneclothing.com if you want to go and see what's on offer. And if you want to support the show by purchasing the game that you see on the screen, then please do click the Play Asia affiliate link below. It really does help the show. But a massive shout out goes to my Patreons, with a extra big shout out going to That Retro Video Gamer, Gary Pinkett, Mantis, Ryan Burford, Andrew Dalton, Jonathan Hayward, Tomek Grabowski, Christopher Turnbull, Brent Craft, Ben Jackson, Phil Lowlins, Mr. Vestek, Dina, Robertson Dunn, Lefty, Intrigues Gaming, Abby Morris, Tim Labonte, Asobi Quang DX, Tim Lunn, Genovi, Hananaz, Pixels.Limited, aka Samuel Victor, Red the Beard, Conrad Constantine, Pretendo 64, Karimi Elephant, James Loveridge, Casey Garner, Blitz Hedgie, King Link Reviews, Retro Gaming Castle, Savage and Mr. Doe, Gemma at Mr. T-Shirts, Monster Finger Games, creators of Alien Scumbag, Mike H. Fell, Lucius Oftel, Yelled Hamburglar, Gregory Arden, Ronnie Method, SSWB, Solix Captor, Jeremy Rodriguez, Nick Pollard, Bram Perez, Marcus King Emo Cut Tyndall, June, The Geeky Dad, Richard Carter, aka Fantastic Dizzy, Todd Paul Flow G, and Petty Mew. If you want to come and get your name shouted out, come and see what I'm working on and all of that usual stuff, then please click the link that you see on the screen. You can also join my Discord, where I am an official Discord partner now, by clicking the link below. And obviously if you want to join my YouTube subscriber base, then there'll be a link below this video for that too. Anyway guys, that's it from me. I'm about to go to Disneyland Paris tomorrow, so go and check out my social medias as well if you want to see pictures from that. But anyway, that's enough plug-in. This is DJ Slope signing out, and hopefully I'll see you all next time.